Enough explaining. I'm gonna go grab the engine guards. We're gonna put those on. We're gonna put these lights on. I already assembled these last night. That's real easy. I'll kind of just briefly go over it, but it comes with instructions in English and Japanese, if that's your thing. So, but yeah, it's just a light, two sides, a bracket, two bolts on the top, two on the bottom. These hold it on the side, and then it's got some rubber grommets, and I'll show a little bit more of that when I put them on the bike. We need to install this bracket. This is what the front end of the engine guard comes or attaches to, and it attaches with these two bolts here. I've got some instructions. Just want to double check the torque value, but I think everything on this is 13 foot-pounds. What's for the bracket? Why? It says left. Install the left. 13, 13. I'm sure 13 is fine, so it looks like 13 all the way around. We'll deal with that. Alright, so grab these and this. Put some Loctite on that. It's just gonna go on right here. Let me grab a couple tools here, and we'll put that on. I believe it just fits just like so. I unpacked the engine guards and the LED lights, and I swear to God, there's about 800 little baggies that come with the LED lights. So every washer seemed to have its own part. You know, some of them are duplicates, but you know, there's 8 washers or whatever, and every single one of them had just its own little baggie. So you got to open up, you know, 30 bags of little tiny bags, each one individually, you know, parted out. It just didn't come in one thing. So these look like 10 millimeter, but let's just double check. Get out of there. Come on, get out of here. It's not playtime. Yeah. So these are 10 millimeter. Okay. Shoo. Unless you're gonna help, you need to get out of here. Just gonna go on face forward. These come in from the top. I'm gonna have to take that headlight off after all again. Well, before I screw all that in, and at least test some other stuff. So put that off to the side. Yeah, take these out again. Put this off somewhere safe. That'll make it a little easier to work with. Son of a bitch. Are you shitting me? I literally think that bolt broke. So this bolt broke. What a piece of garbage. I cannot believe. Now I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that out of there. God, now I gotta go back to the hardware store and get a real bolt. Are you kidding me? This is set to 13. It's not like I was wrenching on it like crazy. Does not give me confidence that these can hold up to you know, something happening if I drop the damn bike, which I don't intend to do, but alright, let's see if I can get this out of here before it hardens in there. Okay, I got it out of here with some, luckily there's enough of the end sticking out I could get some pliers on it. So where's that other bolt at? I want to just make sure that this will, there's nothing wrong with the threads, because I'm going to have to go to the hardware store and get, okay, threads seem fine. Alright, now I got to put the away, go to the hardware store, get another bolt, kind of marred this up a little bit. That is just unbelievable. Huh. Alright. Well, hopefully that's just an anomaly, because that is just not very confidence inspiring. In fact, I was a little dismayed that this bracket here, you know, it's got some bigger bolts here that connect the engine guard and then over here, but the thing that actually holds this to this little area here, it's just these, you know, it's a 10mm thread size or head size, but you know, it's a narrow bolt. So, you know, this is one for the headlight, but it's the same size, where the connections for the actual engine guard is, you know, a much more substantial bolt. They should have had that on both sides, and to be honest with you, this piece could be a little bit beefier, but whatever. All right, I'll go to the hardware store before they close. Really want to do this and get this done tonight, and maybe even take it for a ride. And now with everything else I got to do, it's probably not possible. Okay, what a serious pain in the ass. So this bolt broke. I had to go to the hardware store and waste about 45 minutes, and I ended up picking up another bolt, and just to get a washer to get it to be the same, and that's what I will use. I bought both so I can use both on here. So let's see if we can get this put on. Get out of here. Shoo. Loctite on here. Alright, let's try not to break another one. Double check the torque on this. It's at 13, which is not really a whole lot. I go really slow on this. You know what, I don't even know if I'm going to torque it all the way down. I'm paranoid. I'm going to even lower this to 10. That one's 10. All right, 10 it is. Okay, that's on. Hey. So, there it is. Hopefully there was nothing wrong with those threads. It didn't seem like it, so hopefully it was just an anomaly with the bolt that I got, or maybe I'm just too strong. So, all right, I need to grab some body panels. That stuff needs to go on before the engine guard. So, okay, so first I'm going to put the headlight in, and then I've got this piece in. I wired in some connectors to the Barkbuster LEDs, so those will be ready. So let me put this headlight back on. Sits on 2 pins right there, and then just because I did some wiring here, I did put this here, and in hindsight I probably should have went behind here. It is a little tight against that, but it does end up getting flush, but you might want to just go on the other side of this. It did work for me, so, but it's a little tight. Put this back. Got these bolts. Let's fit this on. This goes. Hello. And what that is there's just a little wiring thing that you can put the turn signal connector in, and then it connects here on each side. That's why these need to be up, and then fits. There we go. That works out. So this goes on top. This just needed to be seated up on there. Some little tabs in here that need to connect in. once I get this bolted on, I think this should work out a little bit closer. And this is for the LED. You got these two little bolts. There's one on each side. So what I did is I bought this light kit. This is the amber color, and you have to drill a couple holes in here and run this through, and the kit comes with this backing plate, and then these will be wired in with the turn signal, so they'll flash with the turn signal. And I just bought these connectors at the automotive store. I think it was like $2 a piece or something for the set, so, or maybe $3, so they can connect up. And that's the connection there. I'm going to pull that down and away and reach up and zip tie that back, and then this will run through here and onto here. I'll give you an idea, but I will I'll fit those later, but I want to get these plugged in, and even with the Bodywork on, I'll be able to reach up in there and just zip tie those back out of the way. Okay, hang these off to the side. I should probably check the instructions on this in case I have to weave it a certain way, so I'll probably take a brief look, because then this panel has to go on, and then I think I can put the engine guards on. So I'm just going to check the instructions on where the connectors, I'm guessing that goes there, but I don't know for sure. So we're going to go, oh no, that's a push pin hole. There's a couple of them here. So that's got to go somewhere, and I don't know where. Get, shoot. Got my baggie of push pins that I took off. So to release them, you press them in and they slide out, and then put them back. You bring the pin out, put it in the hole, press the pin in, and it locks it in. So it's just got a bunch of grommet fittings. Yeah. And it takes 4 of these, the silver ones with the little thin washer. Not too tight. There are 2 of these same screws but without washers. And they go here, 1 on each side. Pop this out. Yeah, I think starting to get a little nervous that I'm gonna put all this back together and then something's gonna be screwed up with the wiring. I feel like I tested everything, but it's just how it goes. That's probably not helping anything. Look at this tube or hose is there we go. Give me a little extra room. I don't know if it's supposed to go in front or back. It's probably on the other side. I'm going to move that to the other side. Yeah. I'm going to grab one of the engine guards and just get an idea of how it goes on so I can see where that wire is supposed to go. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's not right. Just to be right here, maybe. It had that little push pin, but in the instructions it makes it look like that goes on the engine guard, but we'll see. Let's get one. Okay, maybe that'll work. Okay, so these are 12 millimeter. I'm not going to put Loctite on these. Careful not to cross thread them, just so in the instructions, it makes it seem like this can go in the hole here, but it's like just a little far back, so I need to try and pull it down on this harness. The harness was put in right, so it's just like an inch too far back to make it. So I'm going to try and work that fitting down on this wire here. Okay. The instruction said 13 foot-pounds. These are more substantial bolts, so I'm really hoping nothing happens. Okay. Okay. Okay, before I mention, it just comes with this light. You gotta put the SAE label up here. These reflectors are made to be used on the road safely. They have a correct beam pattern with the LED, so they need to be oriented correctly. And then you just grab these two halves, put in a bolt on each side, two on the bottom, this bracket on top, two other bolts, but these get a washer. Put a rubber bushing in each one of these, and then a metal bushing through the middle, and then you get these bolts and a washer, and we'll just put these on. This is all kind of loose because you can angle these, so I'm going to tighten these down once they're on. Seems like it's all gonna work. Sorry, 5. That's right. When I was putting it together, it's 5. Now I'm gonna go ahead and tighten these up. There's a little shift adjustment with this, and then this can tilt up and down with these two side bolts. I tightened down the bottom ones nice and snug already because that doesn't need, it's not needed for any adjustment. There's a clear thing on there. Okay, we're going to put this side on. So I want this to come down out here like this one does right there, out around that side. Okay. Yeah, alright, so let's put this panel on. I found it a little easier if you wrap your hand around and feel for the grommet and pop it in. Something needs to go here. Now the instructions mention putting a little piece of there's kind of like a foam sticker, and that's to rest where the engine guard goes here. So you put that foam sticker on the engine guard, and then it kind of rests against this radiator hose. So I need to go grab that sticker. I think it might be in this box. Okay, so it says align the pad with the weld bead. That allows the pad to stick onto the weld bead. So, alright, where's the sticker? So we'll get it straight up and down. I'm guessing the weld bead is actually kind of curved, so I put it over a little bit. I have a feeling it's just as a safety precaution in case the weld bead had any type of imperfection that could start chafing that hose. So this just kind of buffers that a little bit. So I just covered the weld bead as best as I could. And there we go. We'll put this on. And yeah, you can see once it's up in place mostly. Let me get this up here just to keep that from chafing a little bit. Seems awfully light. I did notice it came with some zip ties with that fitting in it, so I think that's for that. So disregard my gripe on that. Okay. I do like these mounts. It was well thought out. They're rubber damped. You know, they have just a tiny bit of side-to-side action with loosening these. There's just a tiny bit of oblong cutout, so you can kind of tilt side to side or shift side to side, and then by loosening these on each side you can tilt the lamp up and down and then tighten it down. So it does allow for some adjustment, and they're rubber damped. This one's closer, but it still needs to be moved down a little bit. And there we go. God, they gotta make that so tight. Get that kind of loose. Fit it in here. There we go. Those I'm not gonna yank on. Use them too. And then lastly, they probably supplied a last zip tie, but I've got some. You can zip tie that end there and just tidy that up. Although this is a little short for my liking, I might wrap that a bit with some tape. This side seam is plenty long enough, and I can zip tie that and it'll go around that casing, and it can fit up snugly right behind there. So I'll do that later. But these are on. I'm gonna trim those and then go around and start putting these screws in. But let's take a quick look. That looks pretty awesome. Got all my screws from before, so I'm just they're all the same pretty much. Make sure you have the little plastic washer on these. They're one of each side. It goes up. Where does it go? It's in here somewhere. Right back in there. I don't know if you can see it, but that's where it goes. Let me get a light just to make sure I know. It was right there. I have two. I forget where they go, but I'm gonna have to sort that out in a minute. So these here, because they're, I guess, silver finish bolt, and they don't look like a finishing bolt, that tells me that they probably go somewhere not out in the open. So I need to maybe go back and watch my own video on taking some of this stuff off and just make sure I know where these are from, in case they need to go on behind something here that I missed, and I don't want to get this all finished up in case I have to kind of maneuver something off again to reach up and put these in. So I'm going to take a moment and see if I can't remember, and we'll come back to this. They go right there, one on each side. Totally forgot about those, but luckily it was just removing this front piece right there, which is 2 screws on each side and one here. So just needed to take that off. I'll put those in, and then screw count looks good on everything else, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and put those on. And yeah, they are 8. These don't have the washer. Bodywork are these 3 push pins on each side. So I put those in. Again, they're pushed in. You need to get the top out. And there's one here, snapped in. Here, last one is up in there. So it's right there. 3 on each side. Put the other 3 in. There we go. All 3 are in. Everything looks good. So I end up needing to get one of these flexible. It's just at a weird angle because of this bar. Okay, it's finally in. Okay, it's done.